So we'll start from what is franchisee. So before seeing the definition and the meaning of franchisee, we'll see the actual franchisees in the real world. So you are having KFC, Pizza Hut, Domino's Pizza, McDonald's, or all of them are franchisee companies. So what do these franchisee companies do? See, we'll have an example like McDonald's. So McDonald's is called as a franchisor, and the company which buys this franchising is called as a franchisee. Okay. See, McDonald's is in US, but they want to expand in a country like India. See, they don't know what are the rules and regulations of India. They don't know what is the customer preference. They don't know what is the local setup, what is the local government helping. So they don't know a lot of things. But McDonald's wants to enter into India. So what they have to do is they ask people to come and use their franchisee. So McDonald's has the right to use the brand, the format of the shop, the menus, the product items, the interior decoration, whatever the McDonald's shop has in US, the same kind of a replica can be made in India. So they ask for any franchisee to come and apply for this kind of a business. So the franchisees come here to US. So and then what they do is they make an agreement with the franchisor McDonald's to copy this everything and go to India and set up a business like this. So it is a simple version of what a franchisee is. So franchising is an arrangement whereby the manufacturer or sole distributor, franchisor of trademark product or service gives exclusive right of local distribution to independent retailers. So it moves from the franchisor to the franchisee in return for their payment of royalties and conformance to standardized operating procedures. So this is where things get much more interesting. So the Indian company has got the franchising rights of McDonald's, okay, and McDonald's have sold them for some money. So what does the franchisee get? The company which is in India who bought the franchisee get? He gets an accepted name and product. So the McDonald's name and the burger products. Franchisee does not have to spend resources trying to establish credibility of the business. See, McDonald's is a very famous brand worldwide. So even if there's an Indian company trying to create a brand which is similar to McDonald's, it's going to be very cost effective, it's going to be very costly, and it can be an utter failure of a strategy. Number 3, franchisee enjoys managerial assistance from management expertise of franchisor. So the McDonald's US doesn't sell only the rights of running their business. They also come and help in setting up the shop in India. So they look after how the raw materials are, okay, how the employees should behave, what is the interior decoration of the shop, okay, where the shop is located. So McDonald's as a company, they have a huge expertise in all these areas. So they will transfer and they will give this kind of expertise to the Indian franchisee also. Franchisee gets training on all aspects of operating a franchisee. So the US McDonald's will send its employees to train the employees in India. Established franchises offer franchisee the business and knowledge of market. So they also teach like where to put an advertisement, how to market this product, okay, who are the target segments, usually what are the things they like. So he also gives kind of a market knowledge and product knowledge to the franchisee. So these are the ways, so these are the advantages for a franchisee. Rather than opening his own kind of a something like an Indian burger shop, okay, it's better to have a franchisee of a McDonald's shop. So we'll see what is the disadvantage for the franchisee. See, franchisee has to pay a fee, initially he has to pay a fee, and he also has to pay a royalty. So royalty is for every burger sold, he has to give a percentage of commission to the US parent or the US McDonald's company, and this can be very high. There's also an initial capital requirement. See, Indian company here who wants a McDonald's franchisee, he has to pay a huge amount of money to get this license, okay, or to get this franchisee right. So this amount which is paid to the US McDonald's helps to purchase the franchisee, which includes the franchisee construction cost and the purchase of equipment. So these are the upfront expenses that have to be incurred. Also, the transfer of all goodwill built in local market to the franchisor on the termination of the contract. So assume I have taken I am in India and I have taken the McDonald's franchisee rights and I've been operating here for some 20 years. So at the end of the 20 years where the contract has been terminated, McDonald's US will ask to return back the contract. So I have to walk away from this shop, okay, and McDonald's might give this contract to another person. So the hard work which I did is all lost. So that can be a drawback of the contract. The necessity of following the franchise's operating system, standards, policies and procedures. So usually you go to any McDonald's, you will see only the standardized menu. You will see the same products. Okay, why are you seeing like that? Why are like any different products are not offered there? It's because all of the shops throughout the world are based upon franchisor concept, okay, or franchising concept. So no franchising is allowed to sell in any other product which is apart from the approved list of products. So the next one is reduced corporate profit margin due to payment of royalties and levies. So because of paying the fee, royalties and fees, the franchisee's income actually falls down. So these are the disadvantages of franchisee. So now we will move on to the advantages for the franchisor. For the franchisor who is an American McDonald's, for him, he expands quickly, right? Because he is not going to upfront buy a land, construct a building on it, then interior decorate it and then market it. He is not going to do anything. Okay, all these have to be done by the franchisee. So it helps the franchisor to quickly expand his business. The next one is at the same time, some extent of responsibility is borne by franchisee, so level of risk is reduced on part of entrepreneur. See, the franchisee also wants to make money out of this business. So, he is also committed to running a good business here. Franchisee helps in buying large scale materials at a lower price. So, assume that the buying of raw materials. So, if you take US, most of all of the shops are going to be franchisor model. So, this franchisor would buy at a large scale the raw materials and he would supply to all his franchisee outlets. So what is the disadvantage for a franchisor? See, initial capital allocation is required because a franchisee will come only when there is a good brand power or a good marketing power from the franchisor. So there's an initial capital allocation that has to be spent on the brand name, and there has to be support services such as recruitment, training, support of franchisees. So even to attract franchisees, the franchisor has to do certain things like marketing. So once he has attracted and franchisee has taken this franchiseship, then we have to train the employees, okay, and also give support. So that is also a cost. Brand name can be spoiled by misfits. So not all franchisees are like hardworking people. There can be people who are not working properly. So they can spoil the brand name here. Franchisee exercises undue pressure over the franchisor in order to implement new policies and procedures. So not only the franchisor might threaten the franchisee, even the franchisee can threaten the franchisor. The franchisor has to disclose confidential information to franchisees, and this may be a risk to the business. So if McDonald's teaches everything about the burgers to an Indian company, at one point of time the Indian company might even try to start his own version of Indian burgers. So that can be a problem. But as McDonald's is a huge brand, that brand cannot be broken. So that is a confidence which the American McDonald's company has in itself. You can reach me at my website wowacademics.com, or you can also see my Quora answers. I am active in LinkedIn and in Facebook page. So you can visit at these places. If you just type Sham Prasad and Wow Academics, you will get all these links in Google search itself. And if you like this video, give a like, share to your friends, and if you feel that any points we have missed in this video, you can post it. We will try to give an answer to you in the comment section itself, or we'll also create another video for you. So thank you for watching our video.